When you are born of Christ, you are fighting from a different height. A height that is called advantage. A height, a dimension called victory. You are not just fighting from anywhere. You are not fighting from a lowly place of defeat, but you are fighting from a higher ground of victory or advantage in victory. To say that you are born again does not necessarily mean you will not find yourself in battles of life. To say you are born of God does not necessarily mean you will not find yourself battling the battles of life. Consider it all joy when you go through various trials of life as a child of God. Consider it as joy. To be honest with you, a Christian life is not a challenge-free life. Many are wondering why things are not going their way as they desire. But I'm here to tell you that being a child of God doesn't make you challenge-free. It only makes you a victor, not a person who is without trials. In fact, in oftentimes, it is the children of El Shaddai, the children of God, who find themselves in challenges to the point and extent they begin to wonder, is God here? And that is where the devil wants you, where you are questioning the authenticity of God. He wants you there to question. Hence, you should forever write down your testimonies, that when trials are coming your way and they make you to forget what God has done into your life, you go back to your diary. You remind yourself, remind even the devil, that I am here today because God kept me. This is what God has done for my life. I could have long died, but here I still am. The word of God, Father, says a living dog is better than a dead life. You are still alive, which means God has an interest and a higher purpose with your life. That was a trial. It was a trial of faith. To say you are a child of God doesn't mean you will not find yourself faced up with challenges of this life. He found himself barren, the wife barren, and they're wondering what is going on, because we are serving no one else but the Lord. But the word of God says he persevered regardless of the situation faced up with. He persevered, meaning he endured the pain, the trial, and moreover he kept on professing himself as Abraham, which translates the father of nations. It doesn't matter what you are going through as a child of God, but the question is, what are you saying as you are going through it? What are you saying as you are going through it? What matters is what you say, is what you profess, is what you confess with your mouth as you are going through it. If you allow that situation, that trial to label you, you will find yourself in the place of defeat, in the place of failure. But if you allow the voice of God to be the one to guide you through the situation, my dear one, when you cross the line, you will realize that you are a victor. I say you will realize that you are a victor. Don't you know victory is the child of God? Victory is the child of God. It doesn't matter the kind of giant you are faced up with, but what matters is that victory is the child of God. The testing of your faith through experience, it produces what? Endurance. Endurance is the power to resist, is the resisting power. So the more you persevere through faith, the more endurance, that is the power to resist the devil, is built around about you. You become an impossible puzzle for Satan to solve, knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience. You become patient with God. Believers who are patient with God always obtain results. What kind of a believer are you? Are you a patient believer? If you are, surely I assure and guarantee you of this, you will produce results. The devil will always remind you, as a young lady desiring to belong to a marriage, that you are aging, you are out of syllabus. That is not the voice of God. The voice of God doesn't condemn, it gives courage. The voice of God doesn't what? Condemn. It gives courage. You are aging, you are shrinking, your body is falling apart. No one is now interested on you. You must learn to say, you devil are a liar. Refuse to listen and give your attention to the voice of Satan. Always listen to what heaven says about you. That's number 4. But let patience have its perfect work, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing. If I were you, even as I am myself, I would say, God, has given me the opportunity to develop my character for marriage. Young men in ministry, I'll check those who went ahead of me. Not only the good things that they are producing now, but where they started. So to build my strong character, this is an opportunity for you to build yourself. Not to allow the devil to condemn me. No, it's a preparation. I'm being prepared. Anything that comes into manifestation before it's fully prepared, that thing will not last long. I know you want people to see that you have arrived, but have you truly arrived? Has your character arrived? Will your character sustain you in that area? Not everything that you call delay is actually delay. Sometimes it's God preserving your life, because He can see the danger ahead of your life. Only when you are ready is then you will take it, you will have it, and you will enjoy it better than even the person who went ahead of you, who was not matured for it, that is ready for it. Now you will know how to honor your husband because you know his pain. You know how painful it is to be alone. Have you seen people who did not struggle for marriage? My dear one, the way they talk to their husbands is like they're talking to the child, the last born of the village. But with you, because of you toil for it, when he gets there, you will bow to him. When you give him water, here's my master. And he will love you wholeheartedly. Why? Because he has found a wife. Even himself is coming from somewhere. He was being disappointed. So the honor he found from you, he says, this is my wife. The righteous can be wounded, can be afflicted. So you thought when you get to be born again, you will not have troubles. But that is not scriptural. In fact, the day you got born again, you were born into a kingdom of militants. A military kind of a kingdom.